So we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out, and the hieroglyph Virgo is here at the root. And then we have the Sun coming out here as well. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles, as you can see, looks like a tree or a flower, you know, whatever you want to see this as, right? But this is indicating like growth, you know, time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears. You know, this is something that is coming up out of the ground, seeds that have been planted. Okay, and then with the Sun, you know, that's the energy. Okay, that's the nourishment, I suppose, for this tree, this flower. And then the Virgo energy is at the root of it, you know. That's how do I want to put that? That's like tending to the root, like making sure the root is healthy, okay, is really what I get. Virgo energy is known, you know, to deal with health. The root needs to be healthy in order for this to grow, right? But with this coming out in the reverse, that's the complete opposite. Something has not grown. Something is not healthy, okay? Something is not healthy. And now, you know, there's a lot of, the Sun is in the 11th house today in Gemini. Vesta's in the 11th house. And some other asteroids that you guys may not have heard of before. So I'm not going to mention it now, but you know, that 11th house energy is the collective at large. And, you know, this is a collective message here. So there's definitely, obviously this is communication coming in, you know, that something is not, something isn't right, okay? Something isn't right. This could be talking about, you know, nature, okay? And that's interesting. Here comes the Hermit, but it fell in my lap, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna take it. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck. Thoth is Mercury rules Mercury energy. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. And so considering that the Sun, the Moon, an asteroid is in Gemini, we also have Venus is in Gemini today, according to Vedic astrology and some other asteroids. I figure today would be a great day to see, you know, what Thoth has to say. So let's go and get into it. It's been a long time. We're getting the Prince of Wands. I'm sorry, Princess of Wands. I think the Wands always reminds me of like Sekhmet energy. Let's see. Some type of fire. We also have the Two of Cups coming out. I have Venus in Cancerian energy. So the Two of Cups is, in this deck it says love. We also have abundance here with the Three of Cups, which is interesting. And Mercury is coming out as well in this card. Okay, so from what I know energetically with Venus and Cancer, Venus is all about attracting. And then with that sign of, with the energy in Cancer, excuse me, you know, this is about you are attracting, you know, people that may have, I don't know, it could be family, but these are definitely like one's like origins. It could be a country, you know, on a larger scale. This is definitely someone's foundations and roots, right? Emphasis back on that root here. And I always compare Cancer and Virgo energy together because for Virgo to do its job, especially when it comes to serving others, you have to have Cancerian energy, which is that care, concern, you know, that quote unquote motherly love, that unconditional love, to kind of, you know, grow and nurture. They go hand in hand here. So with this Two of Cups, you know, coming out, this is definitely giving a vibe that something, someone, or, you know, society at large is lacking some type of, I I don't want to just say love, that's just too mundane for me. But I suppose this would be, for me, this is kind of giving like dead roots. You know, Mercury is in Cancer today, in the 11th house. Today is a holiday about independence, which is in alignment with the 11th house Aquarius. But are we really independent? You know, are we really free? Independence and freedom and liberation go hand in hand, but is that really the case? You know, is society, you know, does society show unconditional love? Is society growing or is it dying? Okay. Now, if I want to bring in, you know, another astrological aspect, or placement rather, we have, let me just make sure. We have Pluto in Capricorn in the 5th house. And, you know, Pluto is the planet that is, not only is it far away, it's hidden, but this is, you know, this is destruction. This is definitely destruction. Of course, there's good things that can come from destructions, but more than likely, you know, especially in the moment, negativity comes from destruction here. And so with Venus coming out in Cancerian energy, 2 of Cups, Princess of Wands, and then we have kind of, to me, it's giving like death vibes over here. You know, this is definitely indicating some type of destruction in regards to, Pluto energy also represents power, you know, people, places, and things that are in power that can go either way. It can destroy, or taking on power to bring forth some type of profound change. But the way this energy is feeling is just, it's giving a vibe that something isn't growing, something is dying. The care, the concern, the process hasn't been done right, or it isn't done right. It's just, that's kind of what I'm getting here. I do want to see what the 8 of Pentacles is. It's just interesting because it just feels like this 3 of Cups is like a celebration. Okay. And so this is like kind of celebrating like something that's dead, I suppose. What is the 8 of Pentacles reverse? We have the 2 of Cups coming out reverse on the 8 of Pentacles, and it's interesting. The 2 of Cups is over here upright. Okay, so something isn't mixing. The 2 of Cups to me is kind of like chemistry. It's DNA. Something isn't mixing right, and you know, you put 2 things together that don't mix. You know, chances are things can die. It's it kind of feels like some type of poisoning a bit here. We have the sun coming out, and too much of the sun can definitely, it could kill, and it also can poison, cancer and things like that occur. All right, so here's what I'm getting, which is interesting. We also have the devil here coming out reversed as well. The devil to me is the 7 of Swords. And when it's reversed, to me, this is kind of like an exposure. And then that clarifies that furthermore with the sun card. Something is being exposed. And again, the sun currently today is in Gemini in the 11th house of the collective. This could even be like the internet and things like that. Even before I started this reading, my electricity went out and then it came back on like this. So there's definitely some type of like electrical mishap here as well. And that's kind of where I'm getting the fire energy. Let me see. What was I looking at? Uranus is in Taurus in the 9th house. So this, to me, the 9th house can be, you know, foreign areas, foreign people. This could even be elder people as well. You know, those who are married. This could be in-laws. Okay, but these are, to me, like foreigners or those who speak a different tongue. And then with it in Taurus, Taurus is agriculture. You know, Taurus is also the hardworking. It's the, to me, I look at Taurus as like the animals that are forced into labor, and, you know, that triggers into abuse. But that's kind of what I'm getting from that. But it's also the land as well and things growing. So this to me, I don't know. I do know, but it's hard to speak on. The Eight of Pentacles also, it reminds me, since I'm mentioning like Taurus and nature, agriculture, the environment, you know, Gaia as well. But it's like farming animals. Like I get farming and animals. It's just something isn't growing here. Or there's some type of poison or something like that. I have the Magician here with the King of Swords. Okay, so we have Aquarius energy, but this is also a mastermind. And then we have the Magician here, which to me in this context, especially next to nature, this is like artificial food, artificial, I don't know, it's like something that's artificial, whether that be herbs, food, growth, artificial growth. But to me, it feels like there's death around here for anything that is natural. So what other like recourse can you take or make? You know, there has to be some type of artificial growth here. I forget who that was. They were banned out of California because they were attempting to, I don't know, set up like some type of like artificial meat lab or something like that. I mean, yeah, we also have the Queen of Pentacles coming out reverse as well, which again is in alignment. We also have the Star. It's again, that's in alignment with the Earth sign. So this is indicating something about Earth, right? And I think of animals, I think of food, I think of farms. I think of trees, you know, the whole thing with nature, right? Everything about it, you know, every species, animal, and their roles, okay, in the ecosystem. There's just something that is not growing. It's dead to me, and to me it's like I guess like a famine or some type of drought, and there's definitely like a miracle needs to happen here, or like I don't even know how to speak on this, which is crazy. I guess with Mercury in Cancer, Mercury doesn't like to be in Cancer at all. It's very intuitive, like placement, but it's very difficult to speak on it. It's just something that you understand, you feel, but you can't, it's hard to explain, and that's kind of what I'm feeling as of right now. The Princess of Wands, like I said, kind of reminds me of Sekhmet energy. So this, she is fiery. She is a fighter, okay, above all. And so this is also kind of giving me activism vibes as well, fighting. And then the Two of Cups, it's like kind of fighting for this Two of Cups that's in the reverse over here where there's nature. So this to me is kind of giving activism vibes, and needing to fight for, you know, to me, this is the right of animals, is the right of, you know, just our ecosystem, you know, nature, okay? Because obviously there's a threat here. Capricorn energy needs to and will capitalize on whatever. And for that energy, for Pluto to still be in Capricorn, according to Vedic astrology, to me, this is more about a destruction because it's about capitalism and materialism. And it's coming at a great cost here. And that's really what I'm getting from this. To me, this is what that is. Like, Star card is about the future. So if I look at it like that, the future is not looking too abundant, okay? It's not looking great. at all. And sure, people can say this all they want, like, I know, I've heard it all before, la 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 la, but yet nobody's really doing anything or changing their ways. Nobody is really supporting, you know, charities that really matter, you know. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but it's like you donating to people, the very people who are killing the world. It doesn't make sense. Like, donations need to go towards like animal shelters, animal abuse, animal rescuers. It needs to go to, you know, things that like pollution and oil companies, like not donations to oil companies, but to fight them. Like, to me, this is about some type of fight, some type of activism. Especially with this 11th house, Aquarius is present. You know, this is what humanitarian activities include, or entail rather. I just don't see the point in trying to rescue the very same people that are causing destruction. I think it needs to go towards nature, and everything that comes with nature. You know, people use animals, abuse them, for their own benefit, and you know, to me, this is looking like a backfiring here. So this is really what I'm kind of getting from this. Yeah, I have the Three of Swords coming out. What is the Princess of Wands? Interesting. Yeah, so like I said, with the giving energy, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So to me, this is it's not benefiting. It may seem like that, but it just, to me, I don't know, I don't want to keep quote unquote beating a dead horse, no pun intended, but that's kind of how it feels. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords coming out as well, and the Five of Wands. Hierophant reverse, Judgment's coming out reverse. We also have the Knight of Cups here. So, like I mentioned, this is some type of fight, okay? And, you know, activism is a fight. And to me, this Nine of Swords is kind of giving like mental illness, honestly, you know, towards, you know, people that don't understand the concept, they don't take it serious, or they don't want to hear about it, so it doesn't exist because they don't want to hear about it. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from that. You know, as long as they're able to still get their whatever, as long as they're still able to benefit from capitalism and materialism, like everything else doesn't matter. It's kind of like abusing the very thing you need. Like, medicine comes from plants, like trees, even animals. And yet those are the very things that are being abused. And so you keep going, and then now it doesn't exist anymore. And then now what? Now you're forced to survive on artificial things. But I suppose people energetically are artificial, superficial. So I suppose this would be in alignment. Just interesting. Like, people want to try to control nature, but they can't control themselves. Like, example, I was at the dog park the other day, and it's like, it really bothers me, but it's like I see all these people who are overweight, and yet their dogs, their animals are skinny as hell. And it's just like, so you're gonna sit there and inflict control over food and discipline and all of these things upon your animal, but yet you can't apply that towards yourself. Why are you overweight but your dog is skinny as hell? Why do you eat more than 3 times a day but your dog only eats once? Like, why are you trying to discipline and redirect one's autonomy, your animal's autonomy, but you can't do that for yourself. You cannot discipline your damn self. You cannot follow directions. You cannot do the right thing. You don't have a consciousness, but you want to inflict all of that upon an animal. Like, it's like, I don't know, I suppose, you know, that's psychology. It's people who are in power over you. It's like you have to find something in your life to be like in power over, to feel like you, like, I don't know, man. Oh my God, these type of messages get me. So we do have Osiris coming out. We have Netaru coming out as well. And then we have Nef Shai coming out. I'm sorry, Shai, in the house of Nef. Let me see. I know Ra is the god of the underworld, of course. He comes from the house of Ra, the sun, which is Hya. Let me see. Do I want to read these right now? I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to. It's like pointless. All right, so Osiris is making an appearance because it says death for resurrection, the necessity to let go of attachments, and mystical revelations. Okay, so we have revelations coming out here. That's that death energy I was picking up on over here with the Eight of Pentacles reverse. All right, let me see. 4. We have Netaru. This is about anything can be done. Nothing is impossible. Expect the unexpected. So that kind of gives me Aquarius energy here. And then we have Shai coming out. And Shai is about a turn of luck for the better, freedom from bondage, the element of luck or destiny. Wow. Freedom from bondage. So this is definitely unexpected, clearly is what it says. Freedom from bondage and the element of luck or destiny. All right, so this is coming after a mystical revelation. I can't say that this is going to apply to everyone, but this is essentially what I am getting in brief, okay? Don't want to go too deep into it because I just don't think most people understand or even care for that matter. And on, like, I guess another, like, on a surface level, this can also indicate, you know, for those of you who have been struggling financially, you've obviously been in bondage and things like that. There's something that is about to occur for you where you're free. So the best way I can put this, for me, bondage is having to work for someone, just to, like, live and to just be, right? excuse me. So freedom from bondage for me would mean, you know, you being able to be, have some type of financial freedom. Okay. Finances, money is, you know, money and sex, you know, that's where the power is. Okay. Money and sex, right? So there's some element of having some type of freedom in those regards. All right. On a more mundane level, but I really get that this is more about earth. Okay. So we have Sobek coming out, which is about union and power. Also the number 25, well, the number 5, excuse me. So 5 is also about change as well. The wind. All right. I kind of get like revolution from that, the number 5 as well. Being adaptive. This can also be too like a restoration of, I suppose, like love in your life. And I don't mean that in like a relationship sense. It's just kind of more of like when you look around at people, the collective, you know, there may be like a disdain for them because of everything else that's going on, and you know, what's more important to people and things like that, and you know, the effect of that, right? You know, there may be a disdain for people, and so this could also be like you know, a restoration of that for you as well. Not to say that people are going to change, but something in your life is going to change to where, I don't know, maybe you will be that activist, or maybe you will be, you know, the one to elicit change, you know, provoke change within others. It's possible, you know, anything is possible, like it says, right? Well, yeah, we have Anubis. I knew I was picking up on death. I knew I was. So we have Anubis coming out. I knew it. We also have no access here. It says no access and something about 2 hours. Yeah, Anubis and Osiris. Well, Anubis is Osiris's son, and they are both in the underworld. And they are, Anubis weighs people's hearts and souls and things. So like I said, there's a cause and effect for everything. So the things that people, what they do and what they hold in high regard, there's an effect to it, right? They're the cause, and there's now, like, I feel like there's about to be an effect. Clearly, that's why this 8 of Pentacles is coming out in the reverse. And so I mean by with you restoring your disdain for others, it's just more of an energy where if you were affected by people's causes, if you get what I'm saying, there's going to be shocking changes in that regard. You have mystical revelation. Obviously, I'm helping you reveal this to you. Others, you may have already known this, right? Like I said, I've just felt energetic, like, oh, this doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter to most people. But for those of you who are 28 minutes in, still watching this, it matters to you. And so you are the one who has that mystical revelation. And mystical revelation comes from, you know, Mercury. Mercury is the messenger of the gods. And this is where Thoth comes in. Well, the gods is the planet of Jupiter. It is not just about abundance and you reaping material wealth, right? So these are messages coming directly from Jupiter, the messengers of the messages of the gods, right? And so you're hearing this, okay? If you're still here, there's definitely going to be an effect, and some people are already being affected in a negative sense because their causes are negative. Like I said, the Princess of Wands to me is some type of activist. This is people fighting for a cause. A lot of people fight to be wealthier, fight to not have to pay taxes, fight so that somebody can stay beneath them and stay in poverty, and they fight, you know, dirty so that they can stay on top and in control and in power, this, that, and a third. Well, now these people's causes are now about to be, they're going to be affected. Your cause, whatever your cause was, and I feel like this was, some of you had a higher cause, right? Like a higher vibrational cause. You're not going to be affected by these people. It just feels like, you know, as cliche as it is, it's, you know, the tables are turning here. It definitely feels that way. And like personally, when I see people suffering, like I don't care. You know, sometimes I'm delighted about it because nobody cares about animals suffering. Nobody cares that the world, you know, the physical world is suffering because they don't speak in the way that, you know, humans do. So it's not validated. It's, you know, I just don't care. I care about the animals that can't speak up for themselves or defend themselves, who are in bondage. I'm not concerned about humans who are in bondage because, you know, that's the effect, or that's the effect of what their causes. You can't have it necessarily both ways, all right? And that's what I'm getting. And people are not free. People are still in bondage, but they don't see it that way. Imagine celebrating a holiday about freedom and liberation, and you are not. Like, you really aren't. Still. It's just some type of ritual, per usual. It's a ritual. And now that I think of it like that, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Another ritual for those who have unions and power. And you see, this kind of looks like, what is that one? Oh, what is the alligator? Oh my goodness. Damn, I have to find it. The alligator, I can't remember what it's called. But the alligator is destruction. And then you see how they have the sun, he has the sun disk at the top, but the snake is circling it. And I don't, like, snakes are not negative. They mean ancient wisdom and knowledge. That's why the snake appeared, quote unquote, to Eve. The snake was offering knowledge. The apple was the knowledge, the hidden knowledge that would have caused liberation and freedom that she wasn't supposed to have. Oh, Fophis. No, that's not a Fophis. Excuse me. Which one is the crocodile? Can't remember. But I know it means devastation. That's annoying. Where are you? Oh, a mutt. A mutt. Yeah. But even so, it's an alligator. That's a reptilian right there. In power. It kind of reminds me of, that's exactly what this King of Swords is pretty much to me. It's like this King of Swords is this Sobek, and then the Magician here. That's interesting. Isis came through with the Portal of Light. And Princess of Wands, she literally has a light, like, wand. See that wand? The sun with the wand. So for me, some of you are that portal of light. Others, you know, ... Anywho, your elemental readings will be available on Patreon.